Hi, it's Gus with Combat Sports Supply, and today we're going to go over how to safely care for and use your LiPo batteries. So, your average lithium polymer battery is just like the one in your phone, your e-bikes, your e-scooters, RC stuff. They're incredibly reliable, but if you don't treat them right, they can explode. There are a number of different kinds of lithium polymer batteries. There are butterfly batteries, buffer tube batteries, FCU batteries for HPA units, and AK style batteries. So one of the biggest dangers with LiPo batteries is them overheating, which will generally cause the battery to swell up. You can see the difference here. And this is when they'll start getting really dangerous. So as a point of reference, this is what can happen when your battery overheats and explodes. Now, this was lucky because it was in a metal stock, so it didn't do as much damage to the gun, but normally this will melt your gun down. These are about 1500 degree fires, and they do not go out with water or standard extinguishers. You need an ABC extinguisher to put this out. Several of the various causes of overheating can be from a short circuit in your gun, putting your gun away with the battery plugged in, leaving it out in a hot car, charging it for too long, leaving it on overnight, overusing the gun to the point where the battery is discharging too much. So if you do have a battery that fails or swells up, these are not to go in the garbage. These are considered a hazardous material. There are a number of ways they can break besides overheating. You don't want to puncture them, you don't want to bend them, you don't want to short circuit them. Be very careful when putting them in a gun. If you pinch these, they will break and they will explode and catch on fire. So one of the other major issues we've been seeing is that people will buy these narrow profile stocks or the CQB style guns, and they will try and jam too large of a battery in here. And that causes issues because that can rupture the outer skin of the battery, which will cause it to fail, or cause the battery wires to pinch and short circuit into the gun, which will cause it to fail as well. Now earlier I mentioned charging as one of the issues that can cause problems with your battery. There are a number of different chargers you can get. You want to get a balanced charger, regardless of what else you get. These are sold as smart chargers. They are technically only semi-smart. They will go to a trickle charge, so you do not want to leave them on overnight or it will overcharge the battery. Now, they do make RC-style professional grade chargers for these. You do not want to use the real RC ones. The polarities are reversed. They do make a series of professional grade charger/dischargers that are balancers. This is the one we have at the shop. They're very nice. You can leave a battery on it for as long as you want because it will auto stop charging completely when it is done. So one other note when charging your batteries, regardless of which type of connector you have, these ends only go to the guns. These ends only go to your chargers. Do not mix these up, especially this one, because the IMH chargers use the same connector and you never want to plug this into the wall. So which LiPo battery should you use with your gun? Well, there are two different kinds. There are 7.4 volts and 11.1 volt batteries, and it will depend on your gun. Most guns will let you know whether they're rated for an 11.1 or a 7.4. If your gun runs an IMH battery, a 9.6 volt, which is what a lot of the beginner guns come with, this is the same equivalent output rating as a 9.6 volt, so these will work in those guns. If you put an 11.1 battery in a gun that ran an IMH or is not rated for this style of battery, you will either burn out your trigger contacts or burn out the wiring harness and cause this battery to fail. So LiPo batteries are probably one of the best things to occur for airsoft. They give you more consistent power output than the IMH batteries, and they run generally better. However, if you do not take care of them, they can be very dangerous.
Don't be a fool!